Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
When it comes to eye behavior, it is also suggested that looking upwards and to the right during conversation indicates a lie has been told, while looking upwards and to the left indicates the person is telling the truth.
Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
Yes, I would.
Anyone in mind?
Yes, I would. No one in particular in mind. We got 68 days to go with this election, so I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but I would.
You know, it was such a disaster last night. Let's go. Double opening meme.
Dana, I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed.
This issue is about a vanity project for this president.
Right.
That wall ain't gonna stop them.
No.
As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
Axios writes, quote, "It's the latest example of Harris flip-flopping on her past liberal positions, such as supporting Medicare for all and banning fracking."
Last night's pathetic 16 minutes and 47 seconds of Kamala Harris word salading on CNN was an absolute national embarrassment. It was so bad that it actually hurt her Vegas betting odds. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that CNN actually aired this train wreck. I mean, all it makes me wonder is, you know, that they weren't there for only 15 minutes. So how much and how bad was the stuff that they actually cut out? And then after the show, CNN themselves fact-checked Kamala Harris's lies. She had numerous lies in just 16 minutes that were so easily debunkable, even libs could understand it. What an amazing night. Let's get into the story. By the way, huge shout out to my editors, my teams, or my team over at, Steve and Ben and Al. I've talked about it. This is kind of a soft launch day today because I know it's a holiday weekend. A lot of people aren't around. However, I've decided I want to put my money where my mouth is. And I started tailgates number 4 Trump.com. And it's also on X as well. I'm going to ask, look, this is free. If you haven't yet, if you're an X user or True Social user, follow tailgatesfortrump.com. The website is full of helpful information, but most importantly, especially for the United States, put your email address on the mailing list so we can work together to make sure that we get Donald Trump elected this November. It's going to come down to voter turnout, and I think this can be a huge tool. I already have thousands of people signed up from just mentioning it on my live stream. Put your real email address in here on tailgates number 4 Trump.com. Click join the movement, then go check your email for the confirmation email. It might go to your spam. But look at the idea here is to incentivize people to have parties, to register friends to vote, and to have parties on election, whether you're voting early or whatever. We're giving people all sorts of amazing tools here, delicious drinks like Donald Trump's spicy margarita. We've got Tim Walsh's creamy horse radish sauce, Kamala Harris's tuna meltdown, real recipes for your party, Nancy Pelosi's gin-soaked drizzle cake, my personal favorite, Kamala's unburdened by what has bean casserole. We've got drinks, we've got food, we've got games for your parties. Trump-themed games like, party games, Political Family Feud, Kamala's word salad, werewolf. We've got all sorts of corn pop hole, which is just a word on Joe Biden. We give you everything so you can print it out. I'm doing all of this. I'm no interest in making money off this. Just tailgatesfortrump.com. Please go there. We're going to be selling stickers too, that kind of like the I did that stickers. They're not for sale yet. They'll be for sale soon. If you want to support the cause, you can donate, but you don't have to. All of the money will be used to actually advertise the site. But right now, I want to build the list. Tailgates number 4 Trump.com, or tailgates 4 spelled out also works. Sign up using a real email address. Follow us on X. Let's help Trump win. It's time to get involved. Train wreck for Harris. Kamala is ripped to shreds for word salad CNN softball interview. as ex-Obama strategist gives brutal verdict ahead of Trump debate. It's my opinion that she is going to back out of the debate. That's what I believe. I believe Kamala Harris will 100% back out of the debate. I really do. I really believe that she is going to try to back out of the debate. The Democrat nominee appeared beside her running mate Tim Walz for an hour-long broadcast, of which only 15 minutes was her talking, which in reality amounted to less than a half of an hour of actual questioning from Donna Bash. Actually, it was 17 minutes. The liberal commentariat claimed that she had succeeded by following the tenet of do no harm during the pre-recorded interview from Savannah, Georgia, but Harris critics said she failed to address three issues that plague her campaign: the border crisis, red-hot inflation, and the Biden health cover-up. David Axelrod, former Obama strategist, gave a brutal verdict on CNN's post-game analysis, stating that Harris had not moved the ball forward all that much. Scott Jennings, an ex-Bush advisor, issued an anonymous warning that Donald Trump will be salivating ahead of the presidential debate on September 10th. Oh my God, I can't wait. Their first ever face-to-face meeting. The sentiment was echoed by a GOP polling guru, Frank Luntz, who tweeted, "A lot of people think that Kamala Harris has done well so far in the interview. I disagree. A good debater will find it easy to challenge her." I mean, by the way, also, this might be an outlet on the floor, or it looks like water on a napkin, maybe. She was looking down a lot. It was like she had notes during the interview. It was very humiliating. Also, why did they put Tim Walz in the forefront? It made Kamala Harris look tiny. Anyway, I'm not CNN. He added, if tonight's interview is judged not on policy but performance, Kamala Harris will be found lacking. Bash, a CNN loyalist who worked at the liberal network since graduating from college, was accused of failing to land any major blows. Harris HQ spun the interview as a great triumph. Donald Trump told his Truth Social followers that it was boring. A Daily Mail columnist, Andrew Neal, says Harris was let off the hook in her part in the cover-up of Joe Biden's cognitive decline, and added that CNN gave a masterclass on how to not hold politicians to account. Former Trump aide Steve Cortez called it a train wreck. Harris at times appeared very nervous and hesitant in her responses, which were branded word salad by many on social media. Axelrod says Harris was forced to straddle the precarious position of taking, quote, credit for the things that are good and try to walk away from the things that are not. What good has Joe Biden done, by the way? I'm curious. New York Times political commentator Estede Herndon agreed and conceded, I don't think there's a policy separation that the Harris campaign has created with Biden. On the economy, Harris attempted to blame Trump for price gouging on groceries, a line in inflation that has been rebuked by Wall Street as it ignores the huge increases across many commodities, not least gas, since, quote, Bidenomics took hold. Jennings told CNN she had no additional thoughts on the economic situation in the country or what they've done, besides the idea that me and Joe Biden have done a great job. On immigration, Harris claimed that her work on the, quote, root causes had reduced the number of illegal migrants, which is not true, but the vice president, who was appointed border czar, had presided over record-breaking immigrant. I mean, Donald Trump is going to munch her up. He is going to eat her alive on that debate stage. You know that debate can't come soon enough. By the way, there's a debate scheduled on Fox News that she's already backed out of. Donald Trump should, listen to me, Trump advisors, Trump should go on that day, I think it's September 4th, put two podiums up on that stage and say, we invited Kamala Harris to talk. She chose not to. We're here. She's not. When the country needs you. Where is she when the country needs her? She didn't take any responsibility at the end for telling the American people that Joe Biden was fine and that he was strong, when we all know that that's not true. That's why he's out of the race. If you look here, Kamala Harris's election odds slide with bookmakers after the CNN interview. Think about that. The interview was so incredibly bad, all right? So incredibly bad. And it was a mega softball ball washing fest. Kamala Harris's odds of winning the 2024 presidential election deteriorated noticeably after a CNN interview, which took place along with running mate Tim Walz on Thursday evening, according to two leading bookmakers. The vice president went from being the favorite to win with odds of 52.4% on Thursday to tied with Donald Trump at 51.3 each on Friday morning, according to Star Sports Betting Company. Over the same period, Trump odds of victory in November improved from 48.8% before the interview to 51.2%, according to the UK-based bet maker, or whatever the heck it is. Now, again, betting, just like polls, are directional at best. You can look at Polymarket here, which, again, Vegas makes money. Betting markets make money because people lose, right? So I only look at them directionally. Last night, before the interview, Donald Trump led by 1.5 points or 1.5 cents. After the interview, he leads by 1.1 cent. Didn't really move the needle very much. I suspect these numbers will change bigly come debate time. Again, here, David Axelrod, even CNN's shameless hour of Kamala Harris propaganda couldn't save this flip-flopping lightweight from primetime humiliation. But, says Andrew Neil, some Trump confidants still fear he can't top her. Well, it's not just that. It's, it's Trump versus the machine. It's Trump versus TDS. It's Trump versus, things going burr at 2 a.m, right? That's why it's so important that this is what I'm saying. Like, go after this video, open a new tab, or later today, go to tailgatesfortrump.com. You can use the number 4, or you can spell out 4. I bought them both. Join the movement. Get your real email address in here. Join the movement. Then go to your email, and you have to check spam sometimes to confirm that you want to be a part of it. I made a double opt-in so that when I go to the Trump team, I can say, hey, we've got 50,000 double opted in people. Can we get a Trump interview? And if you haven't yet, follow Tailgates for Trump on Twitter. If we can get this up to 40, 50, 60,000 followers, I bet you we could get a Trump interview. And I think that would be big, not only for Trump, but it's about energizing the base. Everyone's got to go out there and register somebody. Everybody's got to go out there and be known, make their support known. It's just the way it is. We can't it has to be too big to rig. And then you see that CNN fact checks Comrade Kamala's claim, quote, made it clear on the debate stage in 2020 that she opposed banning fracking. Listen to this.
The fact check bottom line, Abby, is that she did not actually make clear at a 2020 debate that she had changed her previous support for a fracking ban. So let me take you through this kind of saga.
Again, I know why they're talking about fracking, because it matters in one state, a swing state. Here in Wisconsin, when I hear fracking, I don't care about it. It doesn't really get me, it doesn't really get me wanting to vote either. Then if you look here, voters, I just don't think Kamala Harris has anything vested in the Black or Hispanic experience, in so much as they would be identified by anybody that lives in these communities. Listen to this.
I just don't think that Kamala Harris has anything vested in the Airfinger, quote, Black or Hispanic experience, in so much as it would be identified by anybody that lives in those communities.
Oof. That was on MSNBC, by the way. That was on MSNBC, not Fox News, not Newsmax. And then obviously Trump War Room's having a master class, putting up all of her flip-flopping here on CNN. Listen to this on CNN.
I can tell you that there was, among Biden aides, Harris aides, Democrats across town, like the main attitude was, because essentially some of her worst moments as vice president have been in these interviews, that she can get a little bit on her back foot, that she can get nervous and have these sort of viral word salad clips. Now, I don't think everyone was saying this was like an A+, but they basically got through it. And
that's who they want you to vote for president. That's who they want you to vote for president. Go to Trump for Tailgates for Trump, have a party, register people to vote. That's phase 1. It tells you all the tools here on this website. We made it very easy for you to figure out how to register to vote, how to figure out if you're registered to vote, how to register a friend. It's all right here, all the links, everything you need. Let's work together instead of just being like a lot of commentators who are going to whine and complain. Let's get out there and make a difference. Sign up, put your real email address in there, and then make sure you go confirm the email. Then follow Tailgates for Trump either on X or True Social. Hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to you again real soon.